What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I'm a piano music. So guys, I've noticed a trend in today's world, which is much different from, let's say, the late 80s and the 90s, when you had like TV stations like the classic jukebox, especially in the Northern California and California Music Channel, where in music videos you would see like a lot of light-skinned women leads and sometimes dark-skinned leads, like in the Father MC sort of videos. You would see that, right? But then after the 90s, we started seeing like a lot of racial ambiguous looking ladies, video vixens like Amber Rose. Okay. And then, we went from like, Amber Rose, Melissa Ford here and there, but Amber Rose, right? It started getting more lighter and more lighter. And this was reflective in who NBA athletes were dating and getting with. A lot of light-skinned women, things like that. Dr. Dre, he had Nicole Young. So this was something that you saw going. Then once the 2000s came in, at the same time as Amber Rose, you started seeing Kim Kardashian. You started seeing, Khloe Kardashian. Now, like Paul George, his wife is, I think his wife is Daniela Rajic, right? So these are women who don't have the classic white women look. If you look at them in this picture, she almost looks like she could pass for a racially ambiguous black woman. So these women that don't have black ancestry, but purposely trying to look black, right? And this is something like Larsa Pippen. And this is something that a lot of black women, I don't know if they saw this coming, but a lot of the brothers was trying to warn them even at that time. So Larsa Pippen and Kim Kardashian saw the opportunity. A lot of models have saw the opportunity. Hip hop was burgeoning. It became an industry. And then you had ladies who, let's say, if they were not getting on in the white community or in the Persian community or other communities, coming into the black community, they could get on. It was a big industry. They can get in music videos. They can, get more praise from black guys. And then for them, they can get a guy that might be a little bit more attractive and have more money than what they could get in their community. And this is why Larsa Pippen married Scottie Pippen, because somebody like Larry Bird or somebody like, Danny Ainge or whatever in those days wouldn't talk to somebody like her. But here's what she started to do. She started coming in, and slowly but surely, these women started culturally appropriating some aspects of black women's looks. Now, I know people gonna say that black women do the same thing to them, which is very true. You see Mary J. Blige in that blonde weave, and it makes you want to go crazy, right? Black women definitely culturally appropriate white women's looks. The problem is that when they do it, it doesn't really have the same effect as when like Kim Kardashian gets like lip injections, or if Kim Kardashian gets a BBL. So when she does it, black men can really appreciate it. If Black China does it, she's still black. But definitely culturally appropriation goes on from black women towards white all the time. Like, I'm not debating that. I think it goes more on the other side, right? But Larsa Pippen just went viral because she pretty much wore these box braids, okay? And a lot of black women are upset that she's wearing box braids, okay? I want to read this one comment from Jan Levinson. Sad music! Larsa Pippen with broad braids was an interesting poor choice. Real Housewives of Miami, right? Then you see this person saying this. Sad music. Notice how only Kiki was asked Larsa braids. They know Gertie doesn't do that BS. We'll blur that out. He's not gonna kiss Larsa's ASS. What do y'all think of Larsa's braids? Do you think Kiki's logic of anybody should rock whatever they want to? Right? So they're mad about it, right? So then here is what Larsa says, right? Day music. My grandparents are Moroccan. My mom had braids when she was a kid. I've been braiding my hair every time I've gone on vacation since I can remember. My honeymoon pictures, my hair was braided. When I was 18 years old, my hair was braided. I've always worn braids when I travel, okay? So here's what the issue is. The issue is, if you've seen like Janet Jackson and Poetic Justice, and I think it came out in 1992, 93, 91 maybe, right? She has those box braids, and box braids are typically something that I think it's 1993. Yeah, it was something that black women wear. But what's happening is that these women are coming in wearing box braids and they're only having sex with black men. This is the problem that a lot of black women have. And I've noticed that a lot of times, like when I was living in Poland, I started seeing a lot of white women with box braids. And for me, if I saw a white woman with box braids, it was almost an indicator of what kind of men they were interested in. And almost 100% of the time, they were into black guys, African guys, whatever you want to call them, right? And so what you're seeing now is these women that want to target black men, they're coming in from these other communities. They know that they're going to get looked at, and they're going to come in and they're going to be in the culture. They can make a lot of money in the culture. Kim Kardashian's already shown that. So they're also going to take certain elements of black women that has historically been theirs, and they're going to be coming into the culture, and brothers will accept that because, well, all right, she's, you know, like a good looking lady, and, you know, like she's trying to get with the culture, and, you know, and then some of them may naturally be just as thick or just as beautiful as sisters. And that's the issue that a lot of black women are going to be having going forward. A lot of these ladies are going to be coming in competing for these black men, and they don't even care. And I know that Jen Levinson is upset about the box braids, but are you upset when Mary J. Blige has a blonde weave? Are you upset when Beyonce has a blonde weave? Or Black China has a blonde weave? There's so many black women that have blonde weaves, right? And we know that it's not natural to them. But the difference is that when a black woman wears a blonde weave, she doesn't necessarily get to go up the food chain with white men automatically like that. But now when these other groups of women can wear box braids, they can get in the door with the kind of black men that they want, provided that they look good. Because that's the difference. Other races of women who are considered to be exotic, like Moroccan, let's talk about that. Moroccan women, they're in the Arab world. For most black men cannot get, you know, or are even allowed to date. Let's say these kind of women are usually off limits. Eritrean, some Somalian, Arabic of any kind. So if you can get a woman that's like that, it's really exclusive for a lot of black men, right? So the fact that you can get a Moroccan woman is almost unheard of for most guys and marry them. It's like, because they're strict Muslims for the most part. You have to really be somebody special. Ethiopians too. So these women are going to come in and they're going to be extremely competitive. So instead of being mad at the fact that she has the box braids, you have to understand that these people are going to be your competition for the kind of men that you want. It is really what it is, right? If these black men are the type of guys you want, and you're competing against women that have what black men would consider more exotic features and things like that, it's just what's going to be really out there happening. And it might not be fair and it might not be legit, but at the same time, you see black women doing it all the time, but you just don't see the same effect that somebody from Morocco doing in the black community. They can easily move up and get into music videos. They can easily move into our culture, whereas the black woman with blonde weave can't necessarily move into the culture of Arabs or whites or anything like that. So that's what's going to be more common going on to the future. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.